French Revolution, a time of high suspicion. Okay, these folks highly suspicious, and they are. They're suspicious, and I'll tell you why. We're not taught these languages here. You see this fancy C right here, and you see the fancy A. We are not taught the languages. We are not privy as these kings like such here, Louis. We're not privy to this information, the knowledge of and the languages of symbolism, imagery, art. We're not taught these things. Give me a break. Why don't they teach us this stuff? There's obviously languages that we're not taught. So Paris at the time of the Revolution. Let's take a look at the French Revolution from an artistic perspective, from the imagery, from the symbolism, and let's see what we can take from it. We'll do a part one here. We'll do half of the book, and we'll take the other half of the book another day. But what I see here is interesting. This is exactly the same. Now, here's Paris at the time of the Revolution. Paris. We have old city walls at the time of the Revolution. At the time of the Revolution, we're talking about old city, Star City walls, and it's the same thing here. No different than Minneapolis. No different than St. Paul. The city layout is exactly the same. You have the S bend in the river or in the canal coming straight through downtown, dead center. You have all the islands right here in the middle of the canal, and you have the Star City wall surrounding the entire city and going throughout. There will be different walls, as we do have in St. Paul and Minneapolis. This may be a wall here as well. Not sure. That may be the wall that they're talking about, but this will also be a wall out here with the points. There will be a wall out there. Same in Minneapolis, same in St. Paul, no different. You got Phoenician Anunnakis here. I know who the Phoenician Anunnakis are. These are Phoenician Anunnaki Romans. I know who they are, baby. Now they start off paragraphs, sentences, random paragraphs, chapters with these strange fancy letters. It's a language. See, random paragraph here starting with one. So if you can decipher that and get them all into order, you can likely decipher a code of some sort in this book. I don't know, some sort of a hidden language there that we're not taught. And we got these creepy Nephilim characters with the pair heads, and they're not looking friendly in this time period. This is the late 1700s French Revolution. They're spanking this fella here. They're not friendly. Look at this guy here with the hat. Give me a break. The taller the hat, fill in the blanks, baby. And these are mean horses, okay? With these curvy necks, these are mean horses, baby. They got the mean horses out. Okay, and the tall hats. Does he look friendly up there? Does he look friendly up there? Who's he pointing at? Okay, you better be careful who you're pointing at, Buster. But the buildings in the background, these folks are not you're not responsible for these buildings. Give me a break. You're not responsible for those Corinthian columns. Give me a break. They're not responsible for these buildings. None of these folks are. They're fighting here. The horse as well, not responsible. Jean Baptista, I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. Baptista, John Baptiste. I don't know, but he looks sinister, Give me a break. What's this guy up to? You know? Is he up to any good? He looks sinister. He looks sinister. Give me a break. And don't forget that these angels will pose as angels of light. Satan himself will pose, or Lucifer will pose as an angel of light, as an angel of glory. Yes, he will. He'll fool you if you're not careful. That's what's going on here. Why are we standing on dead folks here, eh? That ain't nice. Okay, that ain't nice. And they will pose as angels of stark beauty. And they will fool you. Look at this hat here. And the hat sideways, nothing but thugs. Nothing but gang-banging thugs, baby. And none of them are happy. None of them are happy. That's not a smile here. 16 years old. Where's the smile? Where's the joy? You're 16. Chapter 1, new men, fathers and sons. Could this be the fallen angels and the Nephilim creatures that they created? I don't know. But they're going to pose as angels of light and glory, beauty, angels of beauty, stark beauty, and that's what they will pose as, but they're clowns. But these are clowns up here performing a show for the sheep. For the sheep down here in the pig pen. And that's what they do. They pose as angels of angels. These aren't their clothes. These oversized clothes. They're beautiful. Don't get me. I love those dresses. Give me a break. But these aren't their clothes. These ain't your wardrobes. Random, paragraphs even. Usually it's like like the beginning of a chapter will have a big letter. No, but they start random paragraphs with these, random sentences even. It's like, what is going on there? What is that? Got a hyena, but not from Africa, from wherever that is, and he's got a long tail. He's got the opposable thumb in the hands. That's correct. And but this is what the dog man's going on here. These are Phoenicians. These are Phoenician Anakis here, and they're begging on the streets. I know a Phoenician when I see a Phoenician. See that beard there, and the straight forehead, brow ridge nose. Give me a break. That is a Phoenician. So, and they're begging for money here, and they're getting some money here. But here's a Phoenician Anunnaki right here. Phoenician Anunnaki Romans. Do they look friendly? No, they're not friendly. And they're not friendly. This is a Nephilim here. Why the cone hat? Why the cone hat? Are we representing Nephilim? Is that what we're doing in this time period? Representing Nephilim? I don't know, but we're not friendly. He looks like he's fed up. Like he's just like, dude, I told you 10 times, for fuck's sake. I get that feel, that vibe, You feel the vibes sometimes. You feel what's going on in the scene. I get that kind of a vibe. These boats. Oh, we're going to talk about these boats. When God called for... Quit bashing the boats. If you don't know, you better ask somebody, baby. People are bashing these wood boats like they're nothing, like they're junk. Give me a break. If you only knew what goes into these wood boats. God called for a go for wood. He didn't call for a steel hull. He didn't call for an ironclad steamer. He called for go for wood. Okay? You get what I'm saying there? If you don't know, you better ask somebody. The wood boats, they ain't no walk in the park, baby. Those are works of art. Works of art. For fuck's sake, the sailboats I'm talking about. Even the canal boats. Works of art. Give me a break. They're not our doing. Sure, we can we can replicate that stuff afterward. We can replicate that stuff any day. Today. And they did. And they did. And they would use wood. It was easier to work with. Yes, it was. But they still had the available tools from the old world available for everything else. And they had all that stuff up and running. We can't forget that. Okay? The wood boats are works of art. The ones we see are. These are right here are works of art. Phoenician Anunnaki boats, ships. And they've taken the masts down. So are these masts really like... Are they really just, antennas? Why are they blown off here on these both ships? Both ships have both masts. Is there a spark between between that gap? I don't fucking know. Something's going on here though. That's what I'm saying. I don't think they're just paddling and sailing these boats along either. But these wooden boats are works of art. Now this canal boat here, even these, you'll see in the old world. Take a look at the wood. Take a look at the boats. Get your glasses, and you will see the ornate beauty and the design that's gone into these fucking boats. They wouldn't do this with the hat. Excuse me. They wouldn't do this with the hat if there was nothing to it, baby. And these are works of art. And give the cherub back his donkey. You got the cute, chubby cheek, curly hair cherubim children. The cherubims, baby. You got the cherubims. And who are the cherubims? In this time period, they are depicting the cherubims as little rotten goblins. It's creepy. Why do they do that? Cherubims are an order of angels, are a class of angels. Why are they depicted in these time periods as little creepy old men? Little creepy old little men in little baby bodies. That ain't right. I don't buy that, in this time period. Do you buy that? Cherubims are a class of angels. They are an order of angels. Not creepy little men. From what I know. I mean, I don't know. There's this weird stuff going on. What the hell is going on here? These are Phoenician Anunnaki Romans here with their helmets. And they're not nice. These Phoenician Anunnakis, they're not nice. They get out the ship and they slaughter everything, and they slaughter and they rape everything. And yes, they did. I know it's hard to. I know that's a bit rough, but they did. And look here. Well, maybe they didn't. Maybe it's all bullshit, But I'll tell you what. During this X Factor event, there weren't many survivors. And look at the beauty in the background. Look at the beauty. There weren't many survivors. Not in the big cities, I'm saying. Not in the big cities. They were destroyed. The biggest cities came down into mush. Have you noticed that? And they're called what now? ranges, mountain ranges. Those were the biggest cities. For fuck's sake, these folks are not friendly. They're never smile, and if they smile, it's always sinister. It's always a half, quarter smile. It's up to no good, up to no good, up to no. And look at this dreamscape of the architecture here. The balustrade railings, the holy and sacred floor tiles. Look at the floor, you know, and then and all this beauty up here, and these Corinthian look at the columns. Look at the columns. And none of these folks are responsible. Not one of them. In 1775, we're here swearing oaths. Excuse me. We're here swearing oaths in 1775 is what we're doing. Okay, that time period, we're swearing oaths to who? Well, I'll show you who. I'll show you who in a moment here. And none of these folks here dressed in these beautiful garments. Here's a king. Here's a king here with his crown, see? And the queen. Here's the king, and here's the queen. Or maybe those are two kings. I don't know. Maybe those are two kings. There's a pope here. There's always the pope with the cone head, the Nephilim hat, and the kings with their Nephilim hats. What is going on here? Now, what is this? What in the... See, that's beautiful wooden technology right there. Look at the design here. That's made of wood. And that's and they got the cranes. Oh, I thought that was a crane. I thought I was seeing a crane pants, and you're a dumbass. But that's how beautiful their wooden boats are. You know, on all the aspects of them are so technologically advanced. Is why I mistaked that there for a crane. But they had cranes. They had cranes. That's how they built the buildings. They had cranes. They had cranes to repair I'm not sure if they all built these buildings or not. Maybe they did. But they did have the means to repair them. And they did have the means to build. So I don't know. Maybe they did build all of it. Who knows? We don't know right now, do we? But these wooden boats, I do know. I do know one thing. These are works of art. Works of art. These ain't no. You know, these ain't no Merry Christmas, baby. These ain't no Merry Pagan Christmas, baby. Is Christmas a pagan tradition? Are we being deceived on all this stuff? I don't know. I really question this stuff, eh? Is it just a big pagan joke? And what is the pagan? Is pagan? Is that? I mean, what does that mean? You know, I ask these questions. This is what meltology does. You know, meltology brings these questions into play because we're talking about an event, a major event. And look at these Phoenician Anunnakis here. These are Phoenician Anunnaki Romans with the olive branch in the hair. Give me a break, and their magic wands and swords and their weapons and the fruit and the flowers are flying everywhere with these Phoenician Anunnaki when the Anunnakis arrive, baby, they're noisy. Okay, they get off the boats and they're noisy. They slaughter everything first. They're noisy, and the fruit and the flowers start flying everywhere. I'll tell you what, the fruit and the flower and the grapes start flying everywhere, and they're drunk. Okay, and they're big and they're clunky. So. And this is sinister here. That's a sinister smile. That's a quarter smile. Something ain't right here. And look at him looking up at her. You know, something just don't feel right. And they look like giants. Look at their Look at their figure. You know, they look like giants. Just from this image here. And what's this tech here you got on the? And he's smoking a bing bong. And he's smoking a bing bong. We'll see that in a moment here as well. They're smoking crack in these times too. So. No, this quarter. I mean, I think he just bit his tongue by accident. I don't think he meant to bite his tongue so hard. I think he was biting his tongue so he wouldn't smile because they don't like to smile for the shot, you know. And then he bit his tongue a little too hard. Ooh, ooh, that hurt. Oh shit! I'm sorry, that's ridiculous. But these folks are, you know, up to any good here? Let's take a guess. What do you think he's thinking about? What's he gonna do next? What's he about in the clothes? These aren't their clothes. These aren't your clothes. With these felt outfits, give me a break. Where did you get that? Absolutism attacked? What does that mean even? No idea, but these folks look sinister. They got spooky names. Okay, male sherbs. Male sherbies. I don't know. What kind of name is that? Male sherbies. Oh, gee whiz. They're weird. So and they got these fancy balloons, and they were flying the balloons, see, and they didn't know how to do it in these time periods. So that's what I'm saying. These folks are not responsible. They're wearing outfits that are not theirs. Look at this balloon here. It's smoking. They don't know how to fly the damn thing. It's sideways, and there's smoke coming out of it. And watch what they do. And they crash that damn thing. And they don't even know how to fly the damn thing. So these folks are not the ones responsible. They found all this shit in the 1700s. They found all this. This event had already happened. This event had already happened. Maybe early 1700s, maybe late 1600s, 1660s, maybe, or but no, 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 no. They don't know what they're doing. The smoking crack. You know what a crack pipe is? Give me a break. Give me a break. Look at this expression here. They're smoking the crack. They're smoking the bing bongs, and they don't know how to fly the balloons. They don't know, and this is not a human being piloting this machine either. This is not a human being piloting the machine. So, you know, what's he doing here? I think he's trying to bribe them. I think he's trying to bribe the Giants here, but he's like, I'm gonna keep my foot in the boat though here, just in case. I don't trust these Giants here, with these curvy necked angry horses here. Give me a break. And their garments, their flowing garments are not theirs. They're flowing felt garments. They want us to think that those are their clothes. They're either costumes or they're not theirs. And this here is a chandelier meant to represent a balloon, because they were flying balloons everywhere. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. In the shape of a balloon. I don't know how to say that in French. In random paragraphs starting with these huge fancy letters. It's a language. We're not taught that language. Look at the pictures going all the way up. All the way up. This beauty. And that's not our doing. They found this place just like this. Pictures, artwork, and all. And they're not wearing their own clothes. Well, some of these folks maybe. These are just kind of raggy garments here. Kind of raggy. Yeah. 1753. I'm looking like the streets of Bethlehem here. I don't know. And just take a look at the windows. Look at the windows. Look at the windows. Are those not breathtaking? Just the windows could make you cry standing in this room here. Much less the outfits that they're wearing that are not theirs. These gorgeous outfits. And they're pretty. And they're pretty. They're pretty. Look, she's gorgeous. And she's gorgeous. But they're not wearing their clothes. They masquerade as angels of light and beauty. And they do. They masquerade as angels of light and beauty. They're not. These aren't your doily outfits. Okay, these aren't your doily outfits. Give me a break. I just don't buy that one bit. He's not happy. He's not happy. These are Phoenician Anunnaki Romans. Phoenician Anunnaki Romans. We know who they are. The Anunnaki Roman Phoenicians. With their fake, because they're fallen angels with them, and spanking the cherubs. I don't know. What? Why are they being nice to these people? Why do they have to beg? Why is she offering her cherub here? Why are they seeming to be in good standing here? Well, maybe because they're following the commandments. That could be. I don't know. I don't know what's happening here, but it's just interesting. And what are you peeking around here at? Yeah, mind your business. It's 1785 here, looking like the streets of Rome in 4 BC. Okay. And the chubby cheeked cherubim, curly haired children. What's going on here? They're depicting these cherubs as like little homunculi. I don't know. Well, this seems to be more. I mean, she seems to be happier. This may be something original. Could this be a real millennial reign piece here? Is that what we're looking at? Millennial reign stuff? I don't know. It seems plausible, does it not? It seems plausible. It seems plausible. Were the Nephilim here? It seems plausible. Are they still here? It seems plausible, eh? I don't know. Or was there a war? Was there just a major war that we're just not told of, and it's all just a joke? I don't know. I don't know. I don't think so. I think it all has good meaning. I think it all has good meaning. We wouldn't do all this artwork if there was no meaning in life. They made this for life, The artwork here, what was for life and mankind, is why they were doing the artworks. So there's a reason why they're depicting a language through artwork and such, and going through all this trouble to convey a message. So life must have some meaning, right? I think it does. We're not gonna weep here too much here, but they're not happy is what I'm saying. Tears and we're weeping. So let's get out of that energy, eh? It's kind of hard because that's what this time period is. I mean, are they naughty? Are these the wicked sons punished? So he's dead. He's dead, and are they being punished because they did wrong? Were they naughty and being punished in this time period? I don't know, but everybody's in turmoil. They're not now. She's blissed out here, but look, she's got cherubs climbing all up her belly. I mean, give me a break. Obviously, she's going to be in good spirits. But who's this here with the halo? Or is that a witch hat cocked sideways? I don't know. I can't tell, but pretty dog. Pretty dog. Hey, is that an English Spaniel? What is that? Beautiful dog. She can care less. She could care less. I don't want to hear it. You can sense what's going on in the scenes, can't you? That's how good they are with their artwork. They're so good with their artwork. So realistic. This is extreme realism here. I mean, for God's sake, it looks like a photograph. Oh my goodness! Look at the shadow work here. Is this a photo? What is this? Oh, it can't be. I don't know. Some of the artworks are too. Just. Oh my goodness! Are these like Could these be artworks of the Nephilim themselves trying to deceive us? Hey, that could be as well. We know that they had extraordinary abilities, and that could be in the artworks as well. We could be looking at Nephilim art, couldn't we? We could be. Look at this natural island here. We could be looking at the art of deceivers as well in many cases, and I think in many cases we're looking at artwork of the old world. Yes, I do. I wholeheartedly believe that. And this here is some sort of a vault, grave vault, of someone. Beautiful, beautiful grave vaults they had in the past here. This is what they did in the past. I think they had vaults, grave vaults. I'll show you an example of an old cemetery soon, which I think is actually an old world cemetery, and I'll show you why. It's all melted. The whole cemetery is melted. But it's a cemetery of risen vaults. And the bodies and the skulls have all been raided and stolen and stuff, and grave robbed. So it's very interesting. Why were they all robbed? Were they all cone heads in there? I don't know. But that's for another day. But I think we're going to end it right here, where the Phoenician Anunnakis are here swearing more oaths. Okay, these are Phoenician Anunnaki Romans. We know who they are. And look how real this looks. I actually have a few more shots here. I want to show you the realism. I mean, some of it looks like photograph with artwork imposed over it. He's got like 5 swords in his hand. He's holding the swords the wrong way. He's going to slice his hand wide open. And they're weeping. And this time, were they naughty? I don't know. Why are the Phoenicians here swearing an oath? They look dangerous. They are. These are Phoenician Anunnaki Romans. And they don't care. They don't care about nothing, baby. They will eat you. So, right here, look at this. We've exposed a pipe. We've dug down in the pipeline, baby. The original pipeline. These Ma and Pa folks here, these leave it to Beaver folks here, just discovered the lead pipeline of the old world, and the pump over here. Look at the pump over here, pump action. And it's a lead pipe. Lead pipes. They knew how to work the lead back then in the past. They were smarter than us. We don't use lead pipes anymore, not because it's dangerous. No. Because we're morons. Now we use these iron pipes and they rust. They rust all the way through, eh? And no, back then they were using lead. They knew how to work the lead proper in the paint and in the pipes. Yes, they did. They knew how to work the stuff proper. And you wonder why they have all these, simple, coming out of the old world. This stuff comes out of the old world. These designs, these methods and stuff for weaving and for basket making, for all that stuff, what have you, that stuff is all old world, in my opinion. These simple technological machines and devices, they take a long time. But what are the results you get from these types of methods? when you're weaving and such, the most elaborate, beautiful, breathtaking designs. Do you not? I think these folks had time to do stuff that way. That's why we see these machines coming out of the old world. These simple, clean, mechanical, technological devices. And they're high technology, doing impressive things. That's not their jewelry. This is the diamond necklace of the queen. Who cares? Who cares? Not me, not really. But I do like these outfits. It's not their outfits. Look how, are they friendly? Are they friendly? Are they friendly? No, but they're beautiful outfits, beautiful hairstyles. I love this. But that's not theirs. It ain't theirs. Look at the guys' hairstyles. They all have different hairstyles too. Look at this one. Well, they're all kind of similar, but even they, went to lengths here in this time period. And I think that's carrying over from the old world. Because this event was just, recent, just before this. Cherubims flying around. Now that cherub, yeah, so that's more cherub-like. What are we doing here? Oh, gee whiz, I'm gonna get in trouble here. For fuck's sake, I didn't see that. It's a giant anyway. I don't know what was happening there. So we've invoked the wrong. Yeah, we've done something wrong here. So something's off. Something's off here. Uh-oh. That ain't who you want. That ain't who you want. Uh-oh. Yeah. Don't. Whatever it is. Is this a mermaid? Is this a fucking mermaid? I don't see any real legs there. I think that's a mermaid. So these are Phoenician Anakis, and look who they came with. They're ringleader, baby. They're a ringleader. Give me a break. Give me a break with your stubby horns. With your stubby horns. Give me a break. He thinks he's scary. He thinks he's scary. He thinks he's scary. Give me a break. You're not scaring anyone anymore, pal. Not anymore. You're not a Freemason here. What are you kidding? Who are you kidding? So the women are beautiful, and they're naughty in this time period, and they're masquerading as angels of light with the Phoenician Anunnaki flowers and the fruit flying everywhere in their hair, and they think that they want you to think that they're angels of light and glory and beauty, and they're masquerading as that. They're doing a good job, but they're Nephilims here. We got Nephilims going on here in this time period, and that's very common. That's not uncommon. Two tails, and they knew what these creatures were. They knew what these things were. I think we do as well. I think we do as well. They got a gun? Oh, they had a gun. It wouldn't be surprising, though. They had guns. They had guns. We saw guns already. And look what they're sitting on. Not his chair. Not his chair. I don't think so. Not his outfit either. He looks like a giant, though. I don't know. Maybe he is one of the old worlders. He seems a bit more happy. He seems like a nice... Yeah, the vibe I get here is different. I didn't notice that before. Yeah. He seems jolly. He seems more, I feel like he would reach out and shake your hand, I feel like he would. And he would stand up. He'd stand up and reach out and shake your hand. He walked in the room. I think he would. So I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. You gotta do that sometimes, you gotta do that. You can't just doubt. You can't just, that's all. It's all. No. Now, don't give him too much credit. Now, don't give him too much. But we've got Nephilim characters here. What is going on here in these time periods? And look at the classroom. Nephilims. We're hybridizing creatures. We have hybridized creatures teaching the classroom. I think that's what was going on in this time period. I think that's what was going on in the time period. And who's another king here? This is a king. No crown, but that's a king, without a doubt. And there's the queen there. She's got her hand on his hand. This is likely someone with the church. So, but these are sinister looks. These are sinister. I'm telling you what, they got the guns. They got their Nephilim armies back here with their cone heads, and they look mean, baby. That's what they are. They're not nothing nice. They ain't nothing nice. He hits that drum. Yeah, fill in the blanks. These are Phoenician Anunnakis. Ishtar right there. And I just don't none that I don't get happy vibes here. I get creepy vibes. I get sinister vibes. This is what I was talking about with this photographic. You can't. I mean, obviously here, look, we have artwork. Is this imposed over a photograph? I mean, I see this seems to be artwork here, but look at the shadowing in the building in the sky here. I mean, it's just. Or is it Nephilim art? They were known to have extraordinary abilities. Like, here's that time period. The drive is all pillowed out already, so we've already had the event happen. The bricks are exposed, damaged. So we've already had the event come through. The buildings are burnt, but they look so real. Is it just their ability? Were they just that skilled? Or is this some sort of a 1700s photographs imposed over with artwork superimposed? I don't know. It kind of does look like that, does it not? Like he's been kind of placed in there. But I don't know. This book is from the 80s. The book here I'm sharing is from the 80s, before any AI that we're aware of. And the painting is from the 1700s, 1780s. 1780s. So I think this is from 1988. This book is from. And again, with just that's just unreal. And what do you think? Friendly or not? Sinister? Yes. Absolutely. Absolutely. You walk in the room with this fella, you walk right back out. You walk right back out. And they got these curvy neck angry horses out. The curvy neck horse. Those are the angry ones. They're not nice. And that's a giant. That's a giant on that. That's a giant horse too. Look at these people down here. And they got the Grim Reaper down here. For fuck's sake. For fuck's sake, something's going on down here. This ain't good. Look at the Grim Reaper just like walking. These people are running in chaos here. And this thing is just slowly walking with its knife. Oh my god. There's a giant back here, even bigger than the Grim Reaper. And the Grim Reaper's a giant. That's spooky. Yeah, he's way in the background back there. Look how small he is compared to these people in the foreground. That's a giant. What is going on in 1788? What is that riot? What riot? Okay, so we say that this is a riot. How about the Grim Reaper and the giant? You're not gonna explain that? You know, this is ridiculous. So they got the bronze statues out. You know what that means? War has begun. Yes, it has. Or did it? I don't know. Is it bullshit? Look at this carriage. You think those are Rickety Ann? You thought these were Rickety Ann, eh? You better check yourself. These have leaf spring suspension, baby, and brakes. Give me a break. You better ask somebody. Those ain't Rickety Ann. These are giants. These are giants. Yeah, he's standing almost erect here, and so are they. And look at how tall they are. They're giants. In the year 1789, the giants, the Nephilim, are still here. They bore giants to them in those days, and also afterwards. So, does that mean today? I don't know. It could. Or it might have meant shortly after then. I don't know. We don't know. We don't get enough information, do we? But we can take other clues, and piece this together. It will all fit, and it's all coming together here just fine. I know it is. It's making more sense, is it not? These are giants too, I think. It's dark, beautiful dresses. I mean, they're gorgeous, but I think they're masquerading. More riots. Rebellion riots. What does that mean? Rebellion? Is that what that means? Rebellion? Yes, it does. Yes, it does. 1789. And yeah, we have the guns out. And it looks like we're just poking at the townspeople here. I mean, just what are we doing here? Yeah, that's pretty. I don't know if I buy that. I don't know. But, and look at here. Now, if I were to say millennial reign clothes, I mean, Are they wearing millennial? Are these millennial reign clothes? If we're going to be talking about millennial reigns, which seems to be quite plausible, are these their outfits? And are these people masquerading here in outfits that are not theirs? Because this, I mean, look at this. Looking like he came out of Bethlehem here. I mean, looking like a priest out of Giza. And what are all these? Are these chimneys or are these? What are these huge walls on top of the building? I mean, some look like chimneys, some look like huge walls. I don't know. Or is it tech? Antique tech? Some form of it that we haven't seen yet or are not really aware of. Yeah, yeah. That's enough. That's enough. I just don't feel comfortable with that. And the bricks. You got the priest out here making the gang signs. That's a compass. That's a compass. Here's the square. Here's the square. You see that in his leg? There's the square. There's the compass. See it? See it? That's what it is. Here's another square. If you don't buy that, this is the square, but this is the square. I know it is. Here's another compass here. Here's another compass here. 2 squares. Boom, baby. Give me a break. Not fooling us, you know? They think they're fooling us. They're not. And we already met these Anunnakis here. I think I have a few more. Yeah, and look at this. We're swearing the oath. We're all swearing the oath. To who? Who's the ringleader here? Where's his hat? He's not human. He is not human. These are Nephilim. He is not human. I mean, just give me a break. Neither are these folks here. Neither are these folks here. So that was part 1. I love you all. Take care.